What does a screaming mother, a burning building, and a shattered soldier have in common? They're all part of one of the most haunting visions of war ever painted. Guernica by Pablo Picasso doesn't just show suffering, it shouts it. In black, white, and grey, this towering mural captures the terror of a bombing, the chaos of civilian death, and the emotional wreckage left behind. This is more than a painting. It's a warning, a cry for humanity, and a visual account of violence that still resonates. Step closer, and each fractured figure pulls you deeper into a scene of devastation, every line and symbol charged with meaning, every face twisted in anguish. In this video, we'll explore the historical context that gave rise to Guernica, take an in-depth look at the figures and their emotional weight, and unpack Picasso's powerful use of symbolism, composition, and technique to express the trauma of war. A brief history of the painting. In April 1937, during the Spanish Civil War, the small town of Guernica in northern Spain was bombed by Nazi German and Italian fascist warplanes. The attack was coordinated with Spanish nationalist forces led by Francisco Franco. For the first time, an entire civilian population became a deliberate target in aerial warfare. Hundreds died, buildings collapsed, and the world took notice. Picasso, living in Paris at the time, read the reports. Though not politically active before, this moment struck a nerve. He began sketching immediately. When Picasso saw images of Guernica's destruction, collapsed homes, lifeless bodies, grieving mothers, he was horrified. He called the bombing an attack on all of humanity. That outrage became fuel. With brush in hand, he turned sorrow into protest, fury into form. The result was Guernica, painted for the Spanish pavilion at the Paris World's Fair that same year. But it quickly transcended its original setting. It became a symbol of civilian suffering, and a defiant stand against tyranny. And now, an in-depth analysis of the painting. Guernica stretches 7.9 meters wide and over 3.4 meters tall. Standing in front of it is like standing before a collapsed world. Each figure is frozen mid-scream, mid-collapse, mid-reach. There's no peace here, only the aftermath of violence. To the far left, a woman cries out to the heavens, clutching her dead child. Her face is twisted, her mouth wide open. She doesn't just mourn, she howls. The baby's limp body hangs from her arms, lifeless and angular, like a broken doll. Directly beneath them lies a dismembered figure, perhaps a soldier. Look closely, one arm is outstretched, still gripping the hilt of a shattered sword. And from that broken blade, improbably, grows a single flower. A tiny gesture of hope, flickering in the wreckage. At the center, a massive horse rears up in agony, mouth open, tongue sharp like a dagger. Its body is pierced, its eye bulging. This is no noble steed. This is an animal caught in the madness of man-made disaster. Above the horse, a strange light bulb glows, shaped like an eye. It radiates thin beams of light, harsh and unfeeling. Is this the eye of modern surveillance? A false enlightenment, or the cold clarity of witnessing something you cannot unsee? To the right of the horse, two women emerge from a burning structure. One reaches out with a candle, her eyes hollow. Her light is fragile, human, flickering in contrast to the glaring bulb above. The other stretches unnaturally, as if pulled between life and death. Near her feet, another woman screams in terror, arms raised. Flames lick the background, suggesting she's surrounded by fire. Her legs buckle, her body collapses inward, as if the heat itself is tearing her apart. To the far left, standing tall yet unmoved, is a bull. Unlike the other figures, it shows no agony, no emotion. Interpretations vary. Some see the bull as brutal strength. Others, as endurance, some as the Spanish people and others, as detached indifference. Picasso never clarified, leaving its meaning open to the viewer. And now, let's talk about Picasso's use of symbolism and technique. The painting is built on tension. Diagonal lines slash across the canvas, pulling your eyes in all directions. There's no central hero, no resting point. Each figure competes for attention, like fragments of a broken story. Color is stripped away. The grayscale palette recalls the black and white press photos of the bombing. But it also makes everything feel colder, more timeless. like the pain has been preserved, frozen forever. Picasso doesn't rely on realism. He uses Cubism to fracture the world, to show how war distorts not just bodies, but reality itself. The faces are mask-like. The limbs are stretched or disjointed. This isn't about capturing what happened. It's about capturing how it felt. Symbolism runs deep. The candle and the light bulb offer two kinds of vision, human and mechanical. The shattered sword speaks of defeat, while the tiny flower from its hilt whispers resistance. And the bull is a mystery, and maybe that's the point. In war, not everything makes sense. Conclusion. Guernica remains one of the most searing indictments of war ever painted. It doesn't tell you what to think, it shows you what was lost. In each anguished face and every jagged form, Picasso asks the viewer to confront the consequences of violence. This is a painting that doesn't end when you stop looking at it. It lingers, it echoes, it stays with you. If you found this breakdown powerful, and you want to keep exploring the world's most important works of art through the eyes of history and meaning, subscribe to the Great Art Guide and join us for more.